Hello, good day everyone. I'm Dr. Olaide Jinodu. Welcome to Your Health Today with Dr. Yide. Now we'll be talking about something quite common: cesarean sections. Now, what is a cesarean section? A cesarean section is a surgery done on a pregnant woman in order to bring out a live baby. Bring out a baby. It's a faster means of delivery. All right. Now, how common is it? It is quite common. The reason why I chose this topic was because we've heard it over and over again. We even hear it in prayer points at weddings, naming ceremonies, everywhere. That may you not give birth by CS. May you not give birth by CS. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my days. Let's even define the purpose of a cesarean section. A cesarean section was designed to save life or save lives, the mother and the child. Now I'll talk about the indication, the purpose of a cesarean section. Not every woman will go through a cesarean section. In fact, it is criminal for you to propose cesarean section to every woman. No, it's wrong. You only propose it to someone you think needs it. Now, I will classify the indications to maternal, fetal, and both of them. Now, maternal meaning the mother herself. Why would you ask a woman to go through a cesarean section? First things first, if she has had 2 previous cesarean sections. Then there's something called Vback. A Vback means vaginal birth after cesarean section. Meaning if a woman has had probably her first delivery was through a cesarean section, it doesn't automatically mean that her second delivery will be through a cesarean section. As long as the things that led to the cesarean section the first time don't exist anymore, and there is no current need or no current indication for a cesarean section, she can have a normal delivery, provided she has abstained or has given space for at least 2-3 years. At least the uterus has healed very well. All right, it could be fibroid, a very large fibroid at the lower uterine segment. That will be an indication for a cesarean section. Pelvic anomalies. Now, there's something called a gynecoid hip, so to speak. Now, a woman's hip or pelvis is designed for birth, for giving birth. The baby's head can pass through the birth canal, but some women just have android anatomies. It looks like that of men, or probably a fracture that causes it to disalign or misalign or something, but there's an anomaly with the pelvis. That's why you ask a woman, especially first-time moms, to do a pelvimetry. You want to check the relation of the baby's head, the relationship of the baby's head to the pelvic, to the birth canal. You want to know if that baby's head can go through. So if a woman has pelvic anomaly, she needs to have a cesarean section. And now again, some cardiac problems. Now, the woman has some cardiac issues. She won't be allowed to go through the stress of a normal delivery. Now, some fetal factors. Now, imagine the baby being so weak. Now, probably she has labored for a very long time and the fetal heart rate is dropping. You want to deliver the baby via the fastest route, so you do a cesarean section immediately so you don't bring out a dead baby. All right, so that's one indication. Another one is when we have malpresentation. So there's some presentations the baby should have that is normal. All right. A baby's head should be cephalic, should be down, very close, and not the face facing the perineum, facing the birth canal. There's a way a baby should present. When the baby is not presenting that way, it causes a lot of problems. That will be an indication for a cesarean section. Now, in a not too distant past, we used to do what we call the external cephalic version, where you turn the baby while in the womb, probably when the baby is probably a footling bridge, that the legs, or with the bum, the bum. You might want to turn, but that's no longer fashionable because you stand a risk of rupturing the uterus. So it's just safe to suggest a cesarean section for such a woman in such condition. Some congenital anomalies would would cause you to want to propose a cesarean section. That's in the baby, and at times infections. Like if a mother has very florid infection, you don't want the baby's head to pass through that birth canal. A mother has syphilis, has gonorrhea, that can cause blindness in that child. So you want that child to come out through the fastest means, which is cesarean section. And now we'll come to the factors, both maternal and fetal factors, where both of them are involved. We call something CPD, cephalopelvic disproportion, when the head and the birth canal are not in proportion. Either the baby's head is too big or the pelvic brim is too narrow, and abnormal placentation. Wow, yeah. Placenta abruptio, placenta previa, placenta accreta. Now, what does placenta previa mean? It means when the placenta is covering the birth door, the cervix, so to speak, where the baby's head is going to pass through. In fact, you mustn't attempt a vaginal examination in such a woman that has placenta previa. Just book a cesarean section for this woman. And I've heard people say a lot of times that don't mind those doctors, they just like cesarean sections. I will advise you, you're pregnant, go to a doctor you trust. Now, the basic myths about cesarean section. So once you've given birth to 3 children through CS, you can't give birth again. It's a lie. You can give birth to as many as you want, but why would you want to give birth to many? Why would you want to put your uterus under so much stress? But please understand that it's not true that the maximum amount, the cap is 3. That is wrong. All right. Another myth again is that it's the devil's idea. It's not the devil's idea. I believe God gave humanity this idea, science, and it's actually saving lives. Before the advent of cesarean sections, women used to die a lot at childbirth. I've heard this too, that children born by cesarean section are weak. Africa, where do we get these things from? These are baseless, it's wrong, If you see human beings, a grown-up human being, you don't know, maybe the child, maybe his mom had him through or had her through a normal delivery or a cesarean section. Children born from cesarean section are not different from children born by normal delivery. No, so I don't agree. All right, so please, I'd like you to post more questions, post your comments, like, share, tag your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye.